The PDSA cycle for school improvement is plan, do, study, and act. Here, we focus on information and data you can collect in the PDSA cycle. Good planning is based on good information about the problem, such as how many students use the library? What do parents write in students' homework books? How often do teachers ask student questions? What reasons do students give for lateness? Which mathematical calculations do students always get wrong? You can also collect data that is less measurable, but still valuable, such as how teachers feel, what parents believe, or how students behave. With baseline data, your improvement plan will be well-founded, and you can compare the impact of the improvement to the baseline data. So, your baseline data should link to the aims of your improvement plan. When you implement the improvement activity, there are many ways to study the impact. It is good practice to collect data as the activity is happening and when it is completed. Observation is a valid way to collect data. For example, a school head can informally observe teachers and students in classrooms to see how often teachers ask questions and how many students raise their hands to participate in lessons. Here are some examples of data that you can collect in the PDSA cycle. Some data is qualitative, more about attitudes and behaviors. Some data is quantitative, more about numerical data or statistics. Both are valid and useful. And you don't need to do data collection all on your own. You can ask students, teachers, parents, and others in the school improvement community to gather data. Qualitative information. Students' reasons for absence, videos of learners retelling stories they have read, parent comments in a WhatsApp Messenger chat group, feedback during PTA meetings, home visits, feedback from teacher journals, periodic meetings with teachers. Quantitative information. Records of student attendance, number of books in each classroom, how frequently parents tick and date students' homework books, record of teacher retention and turnover. Here is an example of data collection in the PDSA cycle. There is a large secondary school in a remote rural district. Teachers of science do not stay in the school. They leave much more often than teachers of other subjects. In some years, there are no science teachers and students have poor learning outcomes in science subjects. Using the fishbone diagram, the school senior management team start by collecting data about the factors that impact on teacher retention, such as the science resources and equipment in the school, teacher science knowledge and skills, relevant training and professional learning for teachers, teaching methods used, the quality of teachers' housing, teachers feeling isolated, student behavior. Looking at all these factors, they discuss different ideas for action and change, such as giving rewards to teachers, for instance, food or school supplies, asking the community to help build better accommodation for teachers, coaching and mentoring teachers, asking the district for new science resources, and reviewing and updating the science curriculum. They decide to try out one idea that they can implement right away at low cost: coaching and mentoring for teachers. The senior managers collect a variety of data as they implement this change. They keep coaching records to find out if the teachers are better motivated or become more confident in the classroom. They do anonymous teacher satisfaction surveys to see if the coaching is something that teachers find helpful or not. They ask students what they like or don't like about science lessons. The school leaders then review the data they collected, and they look at the results of the coaching and mentoring. Did it improve the retention of the science teachers? Is there an impact on student participation and learning? Should they continue the coaching and offer it to more teachers? Or do they need to try a different idea? When you come to the ACT part of the PDSA cycle, it's time to review the data you have and reflect on what has happened. Has there been an improvement? How do we know? Is the change worth keeping? If an improvement has gone well, think about whether you would like to share what you have done with other school leaders in your district. You can share your activities in district meetings or report to the district and disseminate your activity through their channels. Improvement activities will not always go as planned, and not all will be successful. When this happens, there is no blame or shame. When something is not working, you can and should abandon it. You can try again with a different idea. Improvement science is about planning based on good information, doing small experiments, studying the results, and acting on what you have learned. In the next video, you will learn about networking your school improvement community with other school leaders and doing PDSA cycles together. Before you watch, think about your district and other school leaders in it or in nearby districts. How well do you know them? What could you learn from them?